Hey, hi everyone. So today we will focus on um, the study plan from today. Um, I'll see if I can share my screen. Anakala. Uh, Window, Chrome tab, window, entire screen. Yeah, entire screen is better. So this is more planning session today on what we are going to do and stuff. So, what's the focus? So, or what is the target? So clearly the target is to gain good knowledge, artificial intelligence. So start our journey towards an expert field. So, so we'll put it broadly like that. I'm not sure I'm audible because I'm speaking very low, which is okay for day one. We'll improve it as we start off within the next few days. Okay, so today we'll start off with learning on what is artificial intelligence, driven intelligence. So, why do we need to understand AI? And a plan on how we are going to set up this learning journey. So, we'll try to cover these three things um, in today's plan. Um, also, focus on how I am going to do it. I'll be using ChatGPT to learn things and also online videos as required. Maybe YouTube videos uh, or deep learning AI or blogs, the relevant information. Information. Sounds good. Okay, let's get started. So, for what is artificial intelligence? So, I assume I know this better. I can speak of artificial intelligence, but again, I strongly believe um, for any subject quickly, people have their own perception of what it means, what it understands. But And I always used to believe that as long as you are clear on what it is and understand it, you're good. um, but my experience also says that it's not about your understanding alone, because you always either do things for someone, or you work with someone, or you build things that someone will use. So whatever your understanding is, you should be able to communicate it. You should be able to be on the same page with other people and stuff, or else you having your own understanding and perception of things might not really um, work for a team, for targeted people to build a product or something like that. So keeping that in mind, artificial intelligence, I will go with my version of understanding of artificial intelligence, but also will look online. Maybe to ask ChatGPT what is artificial intelligence, explain it like it is explaining to a kid. We'll try out things like that. But okay, my goal or understanding of artificial intelligence is uh, intelligence itself goes in a way that people can uh, look at things, understand things, process what it means, or what is happening, and analyze what is happening and respond to it with relevant either relevant information, relevant action, or anything like that. So um, that sounds very basic, but um, in what I said, um, every step, how to look at things, how to understand things, how to analyze it, and how to respond to it, itself carries lot of uh, um, lot of variables, like how to look at things, um, how to understand it, and how to analyze it, and how to respond to it. Right, those answers are very, very critical. So, how to look at things is your viewpoint of how things are happening. So when I say look at things, it's not physically having eyes and looking at things and stuff. What all data or information that you can gather related to that topic. For example, if you are thinking about um, how doctors should respond in an emergency situation, then you need to gather relevant information for it. For example, what is emergency response team? What do they do? Who all are required? So there are a lot of information around the topic, and we should actually that is my view of starting off with how an emergency response unit should be considered as a hospital's team, right? So that's the way I'm looking at those things, but people have a different way of looking at things. So intelligence starts from here, because your experience tells you what to look for. So basing on your experience and what you look for, people could start from very basic. People basing on their experience, they go specific on what to look for, and that makes a lot of difference, because um, you it's a journey, right? It's not like, okay, this is the right thing to do. No, there are multiple ways of reaching it, right? So your experience takes it much closer, right? So you don't start off with saying what is emergency response team, right? Because you already know what emergency response team is. Maybe you would have seen it somewhere, maybe you would have heard it somewhere, maybe you have experienced it somewhere. Based on the experience, you get much closer. So that's Experience is the word that I use is nothing but um, in a way it is a knowledge. So your knowledge says what to look for. So looking also has a concept of intelligence, um, and then understanding, second topic. um, when you know something and then you start digging into it and find out more details about it, you understand it again. So to understand it also you need intelligence. Our understanding is also part of intelligence as per my knowledge. um, so it's like uh, you have a you have some video or audio or text that is in front of you, and so basing on what you know, for example language, like it's written in English, so you know English, so you can read it. um, you know the grammar of the subject and stuff, so you can understand what is being written there. So you understand the meaning of those words and stuff. Secondly, basing on your previous knowledge levels of the specific topic, maybe it is about um, it's about some gardening, about some plants and stuff. So basing on your previous knowledge of gardening, for example somebody like me who's not much into gardening and stuff, not don't know uh, the different process that they do, how do they put soil, what kind of soils are there and all that stuff. If I don't know, my understanding of the topic is very low. So I need to pick up a lot of things to understand it better. So my what I look for will be different, and then my understanding of it, the starting point will be different. But as I look for more things, my understanding will start growing. As my understanding grows, so my analysis of this specific thing that I'm looking at will also vary. And because what you do is look, understand, analyze. When you say analyze, you might be looking at a huge amount of data, you might be looking at a huge amount of content, but you to start off, you might not understand everything. You will be understanding something specific. Again, as I said, it depends on your previous knowledge. It need not necessarily be related to topics, but it could be related to that particular context, your particular understanding of the language, your particular understanding of your occupation, the way you have grown, your place where you live. Basing on that, your understanding will be different, and basing on that understanding, you will do your own analysis. And basing on your analysis that you do here, you will actually have some kind of learning that you actually keep in your mind. And basing and that's actually, I mean, like, to be more specific on analysis, you would have seen a content of 10 hours of YouTube video, you would have read content on blogs for maybe mm, 4 or 5 blogs, something like that. But I'm sure you're not going to remember all of that. I mean, maybe subconsciously everybody remembers everything. That's what I believe. Only thing is we don't know how to retrieve it. But even if you do, you always store a summary of it. And even though you can't remember the 1 hour or 10 hour video in detail, the summary is what you will carry, and you'll have it at a higher level of your memory, and you can retrieve it faster. So the analysis phase is that forming that layer on top of the ground knowledge of 10-hour videos and multiple blogs and stuff, which actually says these are the key points, these are the important points, and these are the pointers of the of this whole topic that you need to remember, that you need to focus on. Again, these topics that you remember, these points that you focus on and stuff, that purely depends on um, that purely depends on your understanding, your perception of the particular topic and stuff. So it would be different for different people. Your analysis is completely different for different people. Now, coming to the fourth stage, you're talking about responding. So when we come to responding, So you have looked at something, you understood it, you analyzed it, and because of these first three steps, what happened is you framed certain knowledge, you framed certain analysis of your own of that particular subject. Now you respond to things. For example, as we said about gardening, you looked up on how to do gardening, what are the benefits of gardening, what kind of what kind of material do you need for gardening, what kind of equipment do you need for gardening, and what is a plan for gardening. So you look up, and what are the different plants, how do you grow them, what kind of climate conditions. There are a lot of topics that you then understand all these topics and how they what they work, and then you analyze and have a summary saying, okay, this is what the gardening is going to be, this is how it there are different plans for different plans, this is what we do, and different situations, this is how you respond. That's all your analysis that layer comes on it. Then now the responding layer comes, because on top of all this information, knowledge, analysis that you have, saying somebody comes and say, okay, this is the winter, and I want to grow a specific plant, um, but I don't have much of water supply. So the responding point goes where it is a specific scenario, a specific use case, and there you start basing on your information that you looked at, your understanding, your analysis, whatever you have. Basing on that, you respond to to the topic. You might not have looked at the relevant information specific to that question. You might not have the understanding that is required covering this particular topic, and also you might not have analyzed on required details of the topic. But basing on the topic that is in place, you would respond to it basing on the knowledge, understanding, and analysis that you have already done previously. You would respond to this particular question. Is that a right answer? Are you hallucinating something? Will it solve a specific problem? We don't know. So what we do, when you do this response to this thing, you try to get a feedback to see, or you try to look at things to understand whether did my response work out, are there any gaps there, and stuff like that. Let's say somebody says, no, you said you can actually do an outdoor planting to achieve specific plans in this much duration, this much weather. But you missed out on a point saying, if there is more moisture outside, these plants survival rate is little low. So considering that, can we have an alternative to keep them indoor? So something like that could be a missing point, because maybe you've not looked at that particular content, maybe you not understood, or you would not have understood that content, or maybe you didn't analyze the content to that level of detail, so that you can actually consider that also as one of the metrics when you do your whole analysis and when you do respond to a specific use case. So that's my take on that's my take on intelligence. um, and now, coming back on the artificial intelligence, whatever I spoke to you, it would have sounded pretty natural for us, right? Like, maybe you don't classify it, call it, and think through things like that. You um, you do it in a natural process, right? So So this is intelligence, and following this without depending on so natural intelligence, as per me, is again following the above steps of intelligence by ourselves without depending on external tools, people, etc. Intelligence is so brain intelligence. AI, yeah. Whereas AI is where the where the intelligence and above steps can be achieved using external tools or hardware as webcams, memory, mm, IoT sensors, um, microphone, speakers, scanners, and many more. So these hardware, they come together and try to mimic whatever we do. It tries to mimic what we do as part of natural intelligence and try to replicate our process of looking, understanding, analyzing, and responding to different use cases. So that's my meaning, that's my understanding of what is artificial intelligence. But let me also ask ChatGPT on what it thinks. What is okay? What is intelligence? Okay. Intelligence can be understood in various ways depending on the context, but generally it refers to the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills effectively. Intelligence involves reasoning, problem solving, abstract thinking, learning, understanding, and adapting to new situations. It's not just about knowing facts, but also about how well one can use that knowledge to navigate and succeed in different environments. Intelligence can manifest in different forms, such as logical, mathematical intelligence, linguistic intelligence, spatial intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, intrapersonal intelligence, etc., as proposed by Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. Let's ask it the next question: what is natural intelligence? The innate cognitive abilities that humans and other organisms possess without external intervention. It encompasses the mental capacities and skills that individuals are born with or develop through natural processes such as genetic inheritance, maturation, and environmental interactions. It includes various aspects such as problem solving skills, memory capacity, language acquisition, spatial awareness, social cognition, and emotional understanding. This term is often contrasted with AI, which refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines created by humans. This is characterized by its adaptability, creativity, and emotional depth. Artificial intelligence aims to replicate cognitive functions. And this is developed through a combination of genetic factors, environmental influence, and individual experiences. Here's how it typically unfolds. So, reading all of it will take time. So, but if we skim through it, so genetic inheritance. So, when humans inherit certain cognitive abilities and predispositions from their parents through genes, early brain undergoes significant development during infancy and early childhood. Neural connections are formed, defined, and strengthened through experiences, interactions, and stimulations. Environmental stimulations, such as access to education, nutrition, social development, economic status, family environment, and stuff, learning and experience. Human learn, acquire new skills through experience, practice, and exposure to diverse stimuli in learning activities and expand their cognitive abilities, shape and refine intelligence. Social interactions play a crucial role in the development of emotional intelligence, empathy, communication skills, and social cognition. We'll move on to the final question. What is to simulation? Machines and perform tasks that typically require human. AI systems are designed to analyze data, adapt to new inputs, and make decisions based on the information they receive. Nice. AI encompasses a broad range of techniques and technologies, including machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, computer vision, robotics, expert systems. Sounds good. Overall, AI technologies are revolutionizing ways. Yeah, that's okay. That's a summary. And this looks definitely interesting. So let's look at it. This is I think is something new, or okay. Let's see. Uh, it is origin and design. Intelligence arises naturally through biological evolution and development. It is the result of complex interactions between genetic factors and environmental influences, learning experiences, and social interactions. Artificial intelligence is intentionally designed and created by humans. It involves developing algorithms, models, and systems that stimulate aspects of human intelligence using computers and programming languages. Learning and adaptation, natural intelligence, humans possess innate learning capabilities and cognitive flexibilities, allowing them to adapt to new situations, learn from experiences, and acquire knowledge over time. Artificial intelligence AI systems learn from data through techniques such as machine learning and deep learning, while AI can be trained to perform specific tasks and make decisions based on patterns, and it lacks the broader adaptability and generalization capabilities of human intelligence. Emotional and social intelligence. Natural language, natural. Human intelligence encompasses emotional intelligence, social cognition, empathy, and interpersonal skills, allowing individuals to understand and navigate complex social dynamics and relationships. Artificial intelligence AI lacks in emotional intelligence and social understanding. While AI systems can process and analyze textual or visual data related to emotions or social, they do not experience emotions or possess empathy in the same way humans do. Creativity and innovation, natural intelligence, create innovation and original thinking humans can generate. Swallows and game of arts and connects creativity. When I find that inside the writing algorithms and computational techniques rather than genuine inspiration. Physical capabilities. This is where, to large extent, they are varying right now, and eventually it's gonna bridge the gap. Natural intelligence is closely integrated with the body's sensory motor capabilities, allowing individuals to perceive and interact with the physical world through senses such as sight, hearing, touch, and proprioception, which is a new word. I don't know this word, so it looks look up. Perception. Perception or awareness of the position and movement of the body. Oh, proprioception. Okay. Artificial intelligence AI operates primarily in the digital realm, processing and analyzing data in the form of text, images, audio, and sensor inputs. While AI-powered robots and autonomous systems can perform physical tasks, they lack the sensory richness and embodied cognition of human intelligence. That performs specific tasks with remarkable efficiency. Still performs. Efficiency from noise highly. And the complexity of features. Super intelligent AI. Okay. CGI. This is the future, guys. Artificial general intelligence. For this advanced reasoning, promise on integration. AI becomes integrated into human life. AI in space exploration, colonization, AI in healthcare, longevity, AI in sustainability, and culture. Okay, thank you. So, are it's wrong. For some reason, the book is not coming up. Windows. Disaster. Okay, I think I should pause the video. It's recording from here. Mm, stop sharing. Okay, so guys, because of okay, it's now working. There's some challenge. I'm gonna present again. Entire screen. I'll go for this. Okay. So we covered on what is artificial. Why do we need understand of AI? I think we covered how AI is relevant to natural intelligence, answers question on why we understanding of AI, and also the question on how AI will evolve next in future. Also speaks a lot on why learning journey. Okay. Um. So we will study around 45 minutes to start off today, and try to increase it to 1 hour. Um, target is be to have continuation. Continuous learning, and without a plan on all the topics that we will cover. So that we are going towards our target. So, it bold. This will be the emphasis. Now, this we should actually have list of topics that we're gonna cover, but at least a plan for tomorrow on what we're gonna cover and stuff. That should be there here. Like day 2. Okay. So let's ask AI. Okay. Basics of machine learning. Okay, sounds good. Some issue with sharing, so so day 2, day 1 is intro to AI. Day 2 is basics of machine learning. Day 3 is I can copy paste it from there. Okay, we'll end the streaming here. See you tomorrow.